Listen up, brothers. Right now, in this room, in your car, wherever you're hearing my voice, most men are losing. They're weak, distracted, complaining, scrolling, chasing women who don't respect them, chasing money that slips through their fingers. And do you know why? Because they refuse to do the one thing that separates winners from losers. Master yourself, conquer everything. Let me say that again so it burns into your brain. Master yourself, conquer everything. The world doesn't owe you shit. Life is a war. And the first enemy you have to defeat isn't your boss, isn't the government, isn't your ex, it's YOU. It's the lazy version of you that wants to stay in bed. It's the weak voice in your head that says, just one more video, or I'll start tomorrow. Until you crush that enemy, you'll never conquer anything outside. You think success is about luck, about talent. Bullshit. I've been broke, I've been in prison, I've been hated by the entire planet, and I still built an empire. How? Because I mastered myself. I woke up at 4 a.m. when I didn't want to. I trained when my body screamed no. I studied when my friends partied. I controlled my mind, my body, my emotions. I became unbreakable. And once you're unbreakable inside, the outside world bends to your will. Stop crying about circumstances. Stop blaming others. Look in the mirror, that's your real competition. Every day you don't master your habits, your thoughts, your discipline, you're losing. Every day you let distractions win, porn win, laziness win, you're handing victory to weaker men. Real men don't wait for motivation. They create discipline. They build an iron mind in a world full of soft boys. Your wake-up call, if you're breathing right now, you still have time, but not much. Start today. Cut the excuses. Delete the apps that waste your time. Hit the gym like your life depends on it, because it does. Read books that make you dangerous. Build your body, your bank account, your mindset. Master every part of yourself and watch how fast the world starts kneeling. Because when you finally master yourself, you become the top G. You become unstoppable. Women want you. Men respect you. Money chases you. Life bows to you. Master yourself, conquer everything. Stop everything you're doing right now and hear this. The real enemy isn't out there in the world. It's not your boss who doesn't appreciate you. It's not the government taxing you to death. It's not the women who ghosted you or the friends who betrayed you. The real enemy, the one who's been sabotaging your entire life, is staring back at you every single morning in the mirror. It's YOU, the lazy, undisciplined, excuse-making version of yourself that you've been allowing to run the show. Most men go their whole lives without ever realizing this truth. They wake up broke, unhappy, out of shape, and alone, and they point fingers everywhere except where it matters. They blame the economy, blame their upbringing, blame bad luck. But the hard reality is this. Until you declare war on the weak man inside you and destroy him completely, you will never win at anything that matters. You'll stay average. You'll stay comfortable. And comfortable men die forgotten. Think about it. Every great man in history, every emperor, every warrior, every billionaire had the exact same 24 hours you have. They faced bigger obstacles than you could imagine. But they won because they mastered the one battlefield that truly counts the war within themselves. They looked at their flaws, their temptations, their fears, and they crushed them without mercy. Right now, there's a voice in your head telling you this doesn't apply to you, that you're different, that your situation is special. That's the enemy talking. That's the weak version trying to protect itself. Shut it down. Because the moment you accept that the real enemy is you, everything changes. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. You stop negotiating with your laziness. You stop tolerating your own bullshit. Wake up call, how many times have you hit snooze this week? How many hours did you waste scrolling yesterday? How many times did you choose instant pleasure over long-term power? Every single one of those moments was a victory for your enemy. Every time you chose comfort over growth, you lost ground. And the worst part, you knew it. Deep down, you always knew. But here's what separates the men from the boys. Real men don't run from this truth. They embrace it. They get angry at their own weakness. They use that anger as fuel to transform. I know this because I've lived it. I've been that weak man. I've made every excuse in the book. But the day I finally looked in the mirror and said, "You're the problem, and I'm going to fix you," my life exploded forward. See, when you fight everyone else except yourself, you're fighting shadows. You're wasting energy on battles you'll never truly win. But when you turn that energy inward and go to war with your limitations, that's when real power emerges. Your discipline sharpens. Your focus becomes laser-like. Your confidence becomes unbreakable. Suddenly, the external world that used to control you starts bending to your will. Imagine this. The version of you that's procrastinating right now, the one making excuses about why today isn't the day to start, imagine grabbing him by the throat and forcing him to watch as the new you takes over. The new you that wakes up early. That trains hard. That works when others quit. That says no to distractions. That builds something real. How would that feel? That's not fantasy. That's your future if you're willing to kill the old you first. Most men are terrified of this level of honesty. They'd rather stay delusional than face their own mediocrity. But you're different. You're here listening to this because something inside you knows the truth. Something inside you is tired of losing. Something inside you is ready to become dangerous. So here's your moment of truth. Will you keep protecting your enemy out of fear, or will you finally attack? Will you keep letting the weak version drive your life, or will you take the wheel and never give it back? The choice is yours right now. But understand this, every day you delay this war is another day you hand your potential to lesser men. The real enemy is you, and the only way to become unstoppable is to defeat him completely. No mercy, no compromises, no retreat. Start the war today, brother. Your empire is waiting on the other side. This is the truth they'll never teach you in school, never preach on social media, and never admit in polite company success isn't about luck. It isn't about raw talent. It isn't about who you know or where you were born. Success is about one thing, and one thing only: self-mastery. Complete, ruthless, unrelenting control over yourself. When you master yourself, everything else lines up like soldiers waiting for your command. Most men chase illusions. They pray for a lucky break. They envy the guy who got discovered or hit the jackpot. They think winners are blessed by the universe. Absolute nonsense. I've seen men with every advantage, rich families, perfect genetics, elite education, end up broke, depressed, and irrelevant. And I've seen men who started with nothing, no money, no connections, no excuses, build empires that shake the world. The difference: the winners mastered themselves. The losers never did. The one that should slap you awake: I built everything you see from zero. Multiple times. I've been stripped of wealth, thrown in prison, smeared across every media outlet on the planet, and every single time I came back stronger, richer, more dangerous. How? Because no one can take away what's inside me. No one can confiscate my discipline. No one can imprison my mindset. I mastered myself so completely that external chaos became irrelevant. While others crumbled under pressure, I thrived. That's the power of self-mastery. It turns setbacks into fuel and obstacles into opportunities. Stop for a second and ask yourself, what's holding you back right now? Be brutally honest. Is it lack of money, lack of time, lack of knowledge? Wrong. It's lack of control over yourself. You know exactly what you need to do. Wake up earlier, train harder, study longer, eat cleaner, save more, hustle smarter, but you don't do it consistently. Why? Because you haven't mastered the one person who can make it happen. Talent is overrated. I've met gifted men who can't get out of their own way. They have speed, strength, intelligence, but no control. They crumble under temptation. They fold when it gets hard. They chase dopamine instead of destiny. Meanwhile, the man with average ability but iron self-mastery, he outworks everyone. He outlasts everyone. He wins. Self-mastery means commanding your mind when it wants to quit. It means forcing your body to move when it screams for rest. It means saying no to instant gratification so you can claim permanent power. It means building habits so strong that success becomes automatic. When you reach that level, opportunities don't knock, they flood in. Money doesn't trickle, it pours. Respect doesn't beg, it demands to be given. Imagine this, the version of you 1 year from now, looking back at today. Will he thank you for mastering your mornings, your focus, your energy? Or will he curse you for another year wasted on distractions and half effort? That future you is being created right now, in this moment, by the choices you make when no one's watching. I didn't become the top G because I was lucky. I became the top G because I decided weakness wasn't an option. I trained my mind like a weapon. I forged my body like armor. I turned every urge, every emotion, every thought into a servant that obeys me without question. And once I did that, the world had no choice but to bend. You have the same power right now, not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect. Right now. The only question is, will you use it? Will you finally take absolute control and build the life you pretend to want? Or will you keep hoping luck saves you while real men master themselves and take everything? Self-mastery isn't optional for winners. It's the foundation. Everything else, the cars, the women, the money, the freedom is just the reward for doing the work no one sees. Start commanding yourself today completely without compromise and watch how fast the universe starts working for you instead of against you. The empire you dream of isn't out there somewhere. It starts inside. Master that and you master everything. If you're waiting for motivation to strike like lightning, you're going to be waiting your entire life. Motivation is a lie sold to weak men who want an excuse to stay soft. It comes and goes like the weather. One day you feel unstoppable, the next you feel like doing nothing. Real winners don't chase feelings. They build something far more powerful: discipline. Discipline beats motivation every single time. It's the quiet force that drags you out of bed when the alarm hits, pushes you through the workout when your body begs to quit, and keeps you grinding when everyone else has gone home. Think about the men you admire, the champions, the billionaires, the warriors. Do you think they woke up every day bursting with energy and excitement? Hell no. Most days they felt tired or doubtful, just like you. But they moved anyway. They showed up anyway. They did the work anyway. Not because they were motivated, but because they had forged discipline so strong it didn't ask for permission from their emotions. Discipline is the ultimate weapon. It turns average men into legends. How many times have you promised yourself you'd start tomorrow? How many Monday mornings turned into next week? Because you didn't feel like it. That's motivation failing you. That's you losing to weaker men who chose discipline over feelings. Every time you skip the gym because you're not motivated, someone else is in there getting stronger. Every time you put off the work because you're waiting to feel ready, someone else is closing deals and building wealth. Discipline doesn't care about your mood. It doesn't negotiate. It simply demands obedience, and it rewards you with results. I've lived this truth at the highest level. When I was building my empire, there were nights I wanted to sleep, days I wanted to relax, moments I wanted to give in to distractions. But I didn't. I trained at 4 a.m. when the world was quiet and my mind screamed for more rest. I studied strategy while others watched TV. I pushed my body to breaking point, not because I loved the pain, but because I refused to be controlled by fleeting emotions. Discipline became my identity. It turned me into a machine that produces wins regardless of how I feel. Most men are slaves to their moods. They only work when inspired. They only train when energized. They only eat clean when they're the zone. And because of that, their results are inconsistent, fragile, forgettable. But the man who builds iron discipline, his progress is relentless. His standards don't drop. His empire grows daily, quietly, unstoppable. He doesn't need hype music or perfect conditions. He just needs the next rep, the next hour, the next decision made correctly. 1 year from now, you could be in the best shape of your life, making more money than ever, surrounded by respect and power, not because you got lucky or suddenly became motivated forever, but because you chose discipline today, every single day. No gaps, no excuses. Or you could be exactly where you are now, maybe worse, still waiting for that magical burst of motivation that never comes. The choice is simple, but it's not easy. That's why most men fail it. Discipline isn't sexy. It's not flashy. It's showing up when it's cold, dark, painful, boring. It's saying no to the easy path 1,000 times in a row. It's keeping promises to yourself when no one else is watching. But that's exactly why it creates gods among men. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going long after the excitement dies. Discipline turns dreams into reality, while motivation turns into regret. You don't need to feel like a lion to act like one. You just need to move like one every day until the feeling follows the action. Start small if you have to make your bed, do 10 push-ups, read 1 page, but do it without fail. Stack those wins. Build the habit. Watch how fast discipline rewires your brain, strengthens your will, and transforms your life. The world belongs to the disciplined brother, not the motivated, not the talented, the disciplined. And that can be you starting right now. No waiting, no excuses, just pure, unrelenting action. This is where most men stay trapped forever, in a prison built entirely from excuses. They blame the government for their empty bank accounts. They blame their ex for their lack of drive. They blame society, the system, their parents, the weather, anything and everything except the one person truly responsible. Excuses are the currency of losers. They're comfortable lies weak men tell themselves to avoid the painful truth. If you're not where you want to be, it's because of the decisions you've made or failed to make. Own it or stay broke and irrelevant. That should hit you like a cold shower. Every time you open your mouth to blame someone else, you're handing your power away on a silver platter. You're admitting you're a victim. You're declaring to the world and worse, to yourself that you have no control. Victims don't build empires. Victims don't command respect. Victims don't drive Bugattis and live like kings. Winners do. And winners refuse to entertain a single excuse. I've heard every excuse in the book. It's too hard. I don't have time. I don't have money to start. People are against me. I've been accused of every crime imaginable, locked in a cell, had my assets frozen, my name dragged through the mud by the entire planet, and still I never blamed anyone else. Why? Because blaming others is surrender. It's admitting defeat before the fight is over. The moment I could have pointed fingers, I pointed at myself instead and asked, what did I do wrong? How do I fix it? How do I become stronger? That mindset turned every attack into ammunition. Stop and think right now, what's your favorite excuse? The one you repeat like a broken record whenever things get tough. I'm too tired after work. The economy is bad. I'll start when I have more support. That excuse isn't protecting you. It's killing you slowly. It's keeping you small, safe, and mediocre while real men out there are taking what they want without permission. Every champion you admire faced worse obstacles than you, but they refuse to use them as crutches. They turn pain into power because they own their lives completely. Imagine this hook burning in your mind. The man you could become in 5 years, wealthy, powerful, respected. Free is being robbed every single day by the excuses you make today. Every time you say, I can't, because you're stealing from your future self. You're choosing comfort over greatness. You're choosing to stay weak rather than face the discomfort of growth. And the worst part, you know it's bullshit. Deep down, you know you could do more, be more, have more if you just stop lying to yourself. Real men don't explain why they failed. They fix why they failed. They look in the mirror and take full responsibility for the wins and the losses. That ownership is freedom. When nothing is anyone else's fault, everything becomes your opportunity. Problems become challenges to conquer. Setbacks become lessons to master. Suddenly, the world isn't against you, it's waiting for you to show up and dominate. Most people spend their lives collecting excuses like trophies. They wear them proudly. I could have been great, but... And they die with those words on their lips, full of regret. But you're different. You're listening to this because you're tired of the lies. You're ready to burn the excuse book and write a new story, one where you take the blame, take the responsibility, and take the rewards. No more pointing fingers. No more if only. From this moment forward, every result in your life is on you. Your body, your money, your relationships, your happiness, all of it. That's not a burden. That's power. Absolute power. Because the man who owns his failures completely also owns his success completely. And when you own everything, you can change everything. The world doesn't reward victims. It rewards owners, men who refuse excuses and demand excellence from themselves. Start demanding it now. No more stories. No more blame. Just action, results, and unstoppable forward motion. Your life changes the second you stop explaining why you can't and start executing like you must. Do that, and nothing can hold you back, not even yourself. This is the secret that separates the kings from the slaves, master inside, dominate outside. When you build yourself unbreakable from within, the external world has no choice but to submit. Your body becomes a weapon, your mindset a fortress, your bank account a war chest, and suddenly, everything you've ever wanted starts chasing you instead of you chasing it. Women sense your strength from across the room. Men step aside without being asked. Money flows toward you like rivers to the ocean. Life itself bows because you've become the kind of man who commands reality. Most men get this completely backward. They chase women to feel worthy. They chase money to feel secure. They chase status to feel important. And they end up empty, exhausted, controlled by the very things they desire. Why? Because they're weak inside. Their foundation is sand emotions that flip, discipline that crumbles, confidence that depends on external validation. But when you flip the script and master the inside first, everything outside transforms. You stop needing. You start attracting. That should ignite fire in your chest. Imagine walking into any room and knowing, not hoping, knowing that you are the most dangerous man there. Not because you're loud or flashy, but because you forged yourself in private battles no one saw. Your body is sculpted from years of iron discipline. Your mind is sharp from devouring knowledge while others slept. Your bank account is growing because you mastered delayed gratification and intelligent risk. That presence, it's magnetic. Women feel it before you speak. Men respect it before you prove it. Opportunities find you before you search. I've lived both sides. I've been the man who had everything on the outside, but cracks on the inside, and it all came crashing down. Then I rebuilt, this time from the core. I trained until my body became unbreakable. I studied wealth until money became inevitable. I mastered my emotions until nothing could shake me. And when that inner work was done, the outside world rearranged itself around me. Luxury cars appeared, elite networks opened, beautiful women competed, global respect followed. Not because I chased any of it, because I had become the prize. Every hour you invest in mastering yourself compounds like interest in a secret account. The gym session today makes you more attractive tomorrow. The book you read tonight makes you wealthier next year. The temptation you resist this week makes you freer next month. Most men waste time trying to manipulate the outside, networking desperately, spending to impress, begging for attention. But the man who masters inside, he doesn't manipulate. He manifests. Things come to him because he's built a gravitational pull of pure competence and power. Your body is the first battlefield. Make it strong, lean, capable, not for vanity, but for dominance. A powerful physique broadcasts to the world that you control yourself, that you do hard things daily. Your mindset is next. Train it to focus like a laser, to stay calm under fire, to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Then your finances learn to create value, protect wealth, multiply money. Master these 3 pillars inside, and watch the rewards outside explode. Women want the man who doesn't need them, but chooses them. Men respect the man who leads without asking permission. Money chases the man who understands it better than those who worship it. All of it becomes yours when you stop seeking validation and start building value. The world doesn't reward neediness. It rewards strength. Unbreakable, quiet, undeniable strength. Picture this final hook burning into your soul, the version of you 1 year from now, physique carved, bank account stacked. Mindset bulletproof, life overflowing with respect, freedom, and desire is being forged right now in the decisions you make when no one's watching. Every rep, every page, every smart financial move is pulling that future closer. Or you can keep chasing the outside world and stay frustrated, average, ignored. Master inside first, relentlessly, obsessively, without apology. The domination outside isn't a hope, it's a guarantee for the man who does the inner work properly. Become that man and watch the entire world shift to serve your vision. Time is the one thing you can never get back, and right now, it's slipping through your fingers faster than you realize. If you're still breathing, if your heart is still beating, you have a chance to change everything. But here's the cold truth that chance isn't infinite. It's shrinking every second you waste. Time is running out, not in some distant future, but right now, today. Weak men treat tomorrow like a guarantee. Winners treat today like their last shot. Act now or watch your potential die a slow, regret-filled death. That should jolt you out of your seat. Picture yourself 10 years from now, looking back at this exact moment. Will you be proud of the man who seized the day, who finally stopped talking and started building? Or will you be that broken version full of what ifs and I should haves, hating yourself for another decade lost to hesitation? That future isn't written yet, but it's being decided right now in how you respond to this message. Most men die at 25 and get buried at 75 because they keep waiting for the perfect time that never comes. I've seen it too many times, men with fire in their eyes at 20 full of dreams and excuses, who wake up at 40 broke, soft and bitter. They had the same 24 hours I had. They faced obstacles no worse than mine, but they postponed the fight. They said, I'll start when I'm ready, next month, after this weekend, and tomorrow became next year, became never. I refused to play that game. Even after losing everything, money, freedom, reputation, I acted immediately. I rebuilt faster than anyone thought possible because I understood delay is the enemy of greatness. Stop lying to yourself with, I'm young, I have time. Youth is your greatest asset, and you're squandering it on distractions, on comfort, on bullshit that adds zero value. Every hour scrolling, every night wasted, every morning hitting snooze is a direct theft from the empire you could be building. Real men don't wait for motivation. They don't wait for permission. They don't wait for conditions to improve. They attack now, imperfectly, aggressively, because action creates momentum and momentum creates results. Searing into your brain right now, somewhere in the world, a man just like you is waking up early, training hard, working smart, and he's pulling ahead while you're still thinking about starting. By the end of this year, he'll be fitter, richer, stronger. You'll be exactly where you are unless you decide in this moment that enough is enough. The gap between you and the man you want to be isn't talent or luck, it's accumulated daily action. Start closing that gap today or watch it widen forever. You don't need more time. You need more urgency. Delete the apps that steal your focus. Block the people who drain your energy. Cut the habits that keep you small. Hit the gym like your life depends on it because your future does. Read the books that make you dangerous. Build the side hustle that turns into wealth. Say no to everything that doesn't serve your rise. Do it now, not later. Later is where dreams go to die. The clock is ticking louder than you think. Your excuses sound weaker every day. Your potential is screaming for you to unleash it. If you're alive right now, you're not done. You're not defeated. You're being given one more chance to become legendary. But chances expire. Opportunities fade. Youth vanishes. Don't let this be another moment you look back on with regret. Act now means exactly that now. Not after you finish this video. Not tomorrow morning. Right fucking now. Stand up. Make the decision. Take the first step. The man you were meant to be is waiting on the other side of immediate, relentless action. Weak men wait. Winners strike while the iron is hot, and if it's not hot, they make it hot themselves. Your time is running out, but it's not gone yet. Use what's left to build something unbreakable. The world is waiting for you to finally show up. Don't keep it waiting any longer. Now get up, go to war with the old you, and don't stop until you're proud. I believe in you, brother, but only if you believe in yourself enough to fight. Let's go.